Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction Company, 2016 Scottsdale History Hall of Fame honoree. The Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction Company is the ultimate Scottsdale success story. What started as a library fundraiser in the late 1960s has become the world's greatest producer of collector car auctions and experiences. Beyond the acres of classic cars, automobilia, casts of celebrities, a worldwide television audience, and hundreds of thousands of attendees at Barrett-Jackson's annual event in Scottsdale, there is the story of a homegrown, family-owned company that continues to give back to the local community. Classic car buffs Tom Barrett and Russ Jackson coincidentally moved their families from Illinois and Michigan to the Scottsdale area within months of each other in 1961. Tom opened a real estate agency. Russ and his wife Nellie started a car wash on McDowell Road. Tom's ad to sell a vintage Cadillac caught Russ's attention. They met, became friends, and the rest is collector car history. While the two men were running their businesses and raising families, they also made time for community service. The Barretts and the Jacksons staged the Fiesta de los Auto Elegantes vintage car show at the Scottsdale Ballpark in 1967 to raise money for the new Scottsdale Public Library and a planned arts center. The Fiesta attracted car fans of all types, and the two families continued to host the charity show for several years. Tom and Russ decided to turn their car collecting hobbies and charity show successes into a business, and the Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction Company was born. Combining cars from their own collections with those of others, Tom and Russ auctioned 150 classics at their first event in December 1971. In its inaugural year, the auction began setting world records. An armored Mercedes-Benz 770K sold for a then unprecedented $153,000. During its early years, the annual Barrett-Jackson Collector Car Auction took place in a vacant lot next to the Safari Resort at Scottsdale and Camelback Roads. Classic pre-World War II cars were the big sellers, particularly those with famous pedigrees. Tom Barrett traveled the world, seeking the most unusual and desirable cars. Russ and his eldest son Brian were expert auto restorers. Russ ensured that his younger son Craig, then a Coronado High School student, learned the hands-on part of the collector car business too. Nellie Jackson was the first in the office and the last to leave, handling the myriad of tasks required to run the business and its signature event. This winning combination of skills and car savvy grew the event every year, and the auction moved to Scottsdale's southern flanks to Phoenix Municipal Stadium, where it was held from 1977 to 1988. After years of persistence, Scottsdale Mayor Herb Drinkwater lured the Barrett-Jackson auction to Westworld in 1989, where it's been staged ever since. During the 1990s, the Barrett-Jackson transformed from successful car auction to global extravaganza and experienced major changes in leadership, with the untimely deaths due to cancer of Russ Jackson in 1993 and heir apparent Brian Jackson in 1995, and the retirement of Tom Barrett. Craig Jackson took the Barrett-Jackson helm with his mother Nellie by his side. Craig, a car guy and a techie, integrated new technologies and media into every aspect of the company, from internet bidding to live telecasts on Speed Vision to its own reality show, Life on the Block. He also took the bold move to make the mega auction no reserve, allowing for more true market value bidding and selling. He and his team also welcomed a new generation of car collectors who brought with them a love for everything automotive. While the company and its signature auction were gaining global exposure and expanding to other cities, Craig ensured the Barrett-Jackson continued to be a great asset to his hometown, Scottsdale. Barrett-Jackson added events and attractions during the auction to appeal to a wider audience, from fashion shows to vendor expos to family days to charity galas. He also worked with the city of Scottsdale to outline improvements to Westworld that would keep the auction in Scottsdale and also benefit other major events held at Scottsdale's premier event location. Barrett-Jackson Marketing has always capitalized on its Scottsdale location, enticing car aficionados to come to the January show, enjoy the warm weather, shop, play golf, and stay in the city's world-class resorts. Proof of success is in the numbers. In January 2016, the 45th annual Barrett-Jackson attracted 350,000 attendees during its 9-day run, sold over $102 million in cars and $3 million in automobilia, and raised more than $3.4 million for charity. True to its 1967 roots, Barrett-Jackson continues to produce blockbuster results for Scottsdale. By auctioning off celebrity vehicles or hosting charitable events during the auction, Barrett-Jackson has raised over $88 million net for charity to date. Charitable efforts have focused on children, veterans, and medical research. With auction sales topping $100 million annually, the tax revenue generated by Barrett-Jackson is substantial, and the economic impact created by out-of-town consigners, bidders, and attendees contributes immeasurably to Scottsdale's economy, healthy business, and tourism environment and quality of life. For nearly 50 years, Barrett-Jackson has whetted and satisfied our appetite for classic and collector cars. They've entertained us, enriched us, and put us on the map. Barrett-Jackson has grown with Scottsdale, and we've grown quite attached to the cachet and car culture they've created for our community. Hammer down, Scottsdale sold on Barrett-Jackson.